Hey teammates, and happy Monday. It is September 9th and it's currently 7:22 a.m. and I feel like it's going to be a good week. This is like our third week of school, so we're now getting into the groove of things, but that means more demands on us. We need to put things in the hallway. We also have district visits coming, so of course just being prepared for that. Guys, I got this really cute mouse. My favorite color is pink. It's literally the little things that make me so happy. But I have to pick the new student of the week this week. Like every week I'm trying to be like really intentional about celebrating students, especially for the ones that need that extra encouragement. I think I showed you guys in the other video that we got new seats and it was only the second week of school. But that was definitely much needed and that's been going pretty well. It's gonna be a good week. I have a really good feeling about it. Except for I did get told I have to do the outside bulletin board that we've never had to do last year, so that's going to be interesting. So I have to do that and then make our copies for the week. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm now doing like weekly copies instead of daily handouts because they just get lost, and I have to be able to see what the student did or have not done, especially if they're absent, and go ahead and catch them up. I'm using my mouse, but I forgot the wireless thing for it. Okay, so I'm about to go make my copies for the week and then start my day. We love making copies on a Monday. Printer's yelling at me. Got you. Go print. So to let you guys know what we're doing this week, we're doing like a notice and wonder try. We're starting on module 1, which I also have to create my focus wall for. We have that, and then we're also starting module 1 with a poem. This poem is called The Sea Wind, and it talks about like introducing sentences and things like that. And then towards the end of the week, they should be able to do their question sets. Like I love how the curriculum gives everything for you. It's just being able to organize it. Towards the beginning of the year, like I love to use the curriculum. But once you see like student needs and you're able to differentiate for especially students with like IEPs and things like that, you're able to see that as well. So hopefully this is the packet, all for week 1. Hopefully we don't run out of paper. That's the hardest part. Alrighty, so happy lunchtime. I forgot that I already opened the vlog. I'm doing so well today. We are having a test on Friday for Foundations Unit 1, which is crazy. I am creating the packets for my students that were not here. I'm so proud of myself because last year I was like, oh, the student's not here, and the paper would just... I started getting better in the second half of the year, but having a way or systemized way to see students that are here and not here, literally amazing. I wish I had a bigger hole puncher. I put that on my list. Did I get it? Not quite. Woo! We started beginning of the year testing today, which has been nice to see exactly like where they're at and to like dissect that data. Oh, shoot, I only have 6 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try to get as much as I can done with 6 minutes. I am leading K through first, so I have to make a copy of their test, and we're gonna go from there. So I'll catch you guys after school. Oh, we have faculty meeting today as well, so we're meeting with our like grade content bands to see, guys, look at this packet, crazy, what needs to be done as it relates to like data from last year, especially when it regards to MCAT testing. So I'll see you guys after school. So it's been a pretty good day, a very good Monday. We're going to create a bulletin board outside that I have to do. Y'all, this right here, this is the truth. It gets everything that you need in. But I've been holding on to a few things that I wanted to do, but I just never got a chance to do it. So now we're gonna try to create the bulletin board that I wanted that matched the like hardwood theme in my classroom. Hey teammates, how are you? I feel like I have been lacking. We're now in week 4 of school. It started off so well. Like the first week, boom, we were doing good. It's now Tenia Tuesday as well, and it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, like I try to be so positive for you guys, but one of our hall monitors from last year passed away, so shout out Mr. E. It's been really hard to push through. Our whole school community is just grieving right now, so rest in peace to him for sure. And it's like, not only do I not have a chance to like process, but my students, like this has been really hard in our community. And on top of exacerbated behaviors, like they don't know how to process this. So the only thing they can do is like really act out. And I've been trying to keep things as normal as possible, but at the same time, it's like someone that you knew, loved, or cared about, like it's just been really hard. I remember he was sitting in the hallway for the first 2 years of me teaching it. Anytime my I'm not a yeller, so anytime my voice will go above a certain octave, he'll come and be like, all right, I need to chill out, chill out. And he'll give the kids money for their birthday. And he was just overall such a good person that we definitely lost a good one. And so his transitioning ceremony is this weekend. So hopefully things will get better, like we get that sense of closure. We're also going to try to do something at the school. But I've dealt with grief before, but to see children's hearts aching in this way has been like pretty tough. And it's crazy because actually the week before I had a feeling that one of my students were going to pass away. And I was like, Lord, please don't let one of my students pass away. Like, I love each and every one of them dearly. I'm going to find out to hear that last week just completely crushed me. So we're just picking up the pieces right now and continuing to keep going, and talking to you guys definitely helps with that. So I'm pretty sure you guys saw the first day of school, the first week of school. That was like over like 3 weeks ago now. One of the subscribers like a long time ago asked me, how do you make lessons engaging and fun for my students? And so that is where I'm at. I'm sorry it took a long time, but I'll put it across the screen. Like, how to make lessons engaging and fun, especially when our curriculum is not the kid friendliest. Our curriculum is not kid friendly at all. And so I've been trying to figure out ways myself to make sure that kids are learning. What I have realized is rigorous instruction that is fun for students. That is our secret sauce to teaching. And I know a long time ago I did a video of what is your secret sauce to teaching. And to be honest, I think mixing the curriculum with what your students already know and are able to do gets them the results that we need and how they grow into the proficiency level. The first thing is to make it relatable. Now, I know this can be really hard, especially because there's certain things we just have to teach, but I try to think of it, how does this relate to students? Or if my attention getter at the beginning of my lessons, or my welcome, whatever you want to call it, the first 5 minutes of my lesson is getting them able to learn or to see why this is important. This is fun because like we've been learning about the C, and I like to incorporate my SEL my SEL question of the day that relates to something that we're learning about. So it already gets their brain turning. Like, for example, if we're learning about the sea, and so one of the questions was, if you could have a sea animal as a pet, what would it be? Some people said starfish, some people said sharks, some people said turtles, but it gets them like, oh wow, it makes them take ownership of their learning, because what if this really did happen? And I feel like, especially in 3rd grade, our curiosity is booming right now. So it's like, how can we channel that into what we're learning and sync that together as best as we can? Because now, boom, I got you right where I want you, and I am having you participate even though you really don't feel like it that day, or you're not in the mood to participate, or you may not even want to learn that day, but still it's something that is like a low lift that gets you intrigued in the lesson. So I would say definitely make sure that whatever you're learning is relatable to your students, not only in their background knowledge, because not all students have the same background knowledge, but also within their culture and what community you're in. If I'm talking about something in a farmland suburbs, I'm going to have to spend a lot more time drawing my students in, because they've never experienced, many of them, I hate to overgeneralize, but many of them have never experienced that before. So making sure what you're talking about hits home for your students in some type of way, whether it's showing a picture, a video, or having students share their real experiences about what topic or situation you're talking about. This can even be done in math. Like, I went to the store and realized I didn't have enough, or realized I had too much, or I gave the cashier too much money. There's a lot of ways you can make learning come to life, and that's part of my educational philosophy. So I love making learning experiences that students will remember. And yeah, so that's number 1. Number 2 is scaffold. Now, this may not seem fun at first, but it's something about you telling someone to ride their bike, and they don't know how to balance, they don't know what a bike is, or even how to get on the bike. Like, imagine you have all this curriculum in front of you, and you're trying to tell students to go ahead and do it all on their own. That's not gonna work. I've learned from trial and error, because you have to walk your students along. And I feel like I came in with I had the most behavior problems in my classroom when a student did not know what to do. I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna distract my friend. I'm gonna play or tap this pencil really loud because I don't know what to do, and I'm just not feeling able to do it. That's why scaffolding and the gradual release model is so important. Having you model for students, okay, I do the I do, now we do the we do. And the we do is where you can really make your lesson fun and engaging by doing it on whiteboards, or adding Play-Doh to it. Like today, do I have it? Oh, I do have it. Today we were learning, and I just, if you got the answer right, started handing out like little candy. Yes, this can get expensive, especially on a teacher budget. You just don't want to be spending your money on incentives all day long. But also candy is not the best for students, but something to get their brains going, be like, oh, I'm gonna answer this question. They didn't know I was doing that today, but it's a regular Tenia Tuesday, so I want to make it fun for them and also fun for myself. So boom, you got it right, you get a little bit of chocolate. Like, why wouldn't I want to be engaged and answer questions? And also, wherever they're at, make sure that you're hitting them where they're at. We don't want to be above their grade level, or I actually did some research from this as well. Most of the time we hit the 95% of students, like in that medium, if it was like a bell curve. But what are we doing for friends that are above grade level or below grade level? How are we meeting their needs? And I feel like a great lesson has both of those. So make sure you scaffold to give students the correct training and give them the abilities that they can do it. For example, if I am learning how to add, and these numbers in the way it's set up looks quite ridiculous to me, I'm not even gonna try. But if I have seen a problem, modeled it, did it with my partner, did it with a turn and talk, or did it at a table, oh yeah, I'm more than likely willing to try this problem for you, you know? And the third thing is to make it fun, like a game. I like for my students to not even realize we're learning, because I'm pretty competitive, but I know we are fighting against our attention spans, along with TikTok, social media, all the other things going on. There's only about so much amount of time that I can be talking, like 10-15 minutes max if I'm showing something or correcting whatever lesson I'm doing, like showing them what the expectations are. I cannot sit here and talk the whole class, because even I got bored in college from my professors talking the whole time. I am a hands-on learner. I like things to be moving, fast-paced, and that's why I like small groups, that rotation, because it gets them up and moving. I'll show you guys my classroom schedule as well, and I also want to get a classroom tour up for you guys, but that's just all the things I have to do. But making it a game, like Kahoots are really good. Who can solve this problem the fastest? But I know that's not good for our friends that are slow processors. So I try to maybe use a beanbag or make like a bingo game out of whatever we're learning. I know I did that for my glue sounds. What sound is this? What sound is that? And make it fun. There are a lot of things you can do to make your lessons fun. You do have to think outside the box as a teacher, but that's the creative and fun side of it, I think. If more teachers do that, we will grasp a lot more of our learners, especially when it comes to attendance. We are battling a huge absentee problem right now, just to getting our students in the building, let alone wanting to be here and things like that. So be sure to comment down below how you like to engage your students in a fun and engaging way. Thank you guys so much for watching the beginning back to school video. Definitely prayers for my school community if you can. I definitely appreciate that. And tell me how your first week of school went for you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.